Evening, good evening, good evening. It's Tuesday evening. How are you this evening? Look at this. I've got step ladders in my office. I've got piles of stuff in the corner. You can't see over there. Over there, there's a curtain pole. I'm finding little spaces to put stuff temporarily while the decorators are here. Hope you are well this evening. I hope you're really well this evening. It's been a manic few days here, manic time at the house. I've got lots to update you on tonight. So I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to talk about something really unusual tonight. So I hope that you are ready. Good evening, Babs. First thing I'm going to share with you before I do my normal introductions is, the last few weeks I've been thinking, you know what? These lives look a little bit blurry. And I've cleaned my camera on my laptop with my shirt tonight. And guess what? It's not as blurry. It's amazing, isn't it? The little things that make a difference. So for those of you that are watching that don't know me, I'm Mandy Nicholson, and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. Running across the bottom there, artist, author, and I help creative women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. I am in the middle of a massive renovation. I'm so close now to people coming for the first time to the mini castle. So I'm going to talk to you about that tonight. But I'm going to talk to you tonight about things that we hate as creatives, but never say anything. Because this has become something that's been a talking point for me and my clients, and in the 5-day challenges that I do. I wrote a blog about it, and I've written quite a few things actually about this subject over the last couple of weeks. And it's not a negative thing. Things that we hate but never talk about, but it's not a negative thing. It's actually part of life for us creatives, and we kind of accept it, because it's ingrained into us. So I want to talk about that tonight. So firstly, let me know if you're watching live by #live. Let me know if you're watching on replay, #replay. Let me know where you're watching from, because it's great to know where people are watching from. And welcome. And I hope you can just I'm in my painting shirt, guys. The hair's wild because it's been raining and windy here. And like I said, step ladders behind me. Not very many people have step ladders behind them when they're doing lives. Anyway. So I want to start by some of the things you're going to have experienced, talking about some of the things you're going to have experienced as a creative during your lifetime, because we are treated differently. You know, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of discrimination in the world, isn't there? And, there's a lot of people fighting to be treated more fairly. But us creatives kind of just put up with it and shut up. And we take it on the chin. And I think, I'd like to put myself out there to say, enough is enough, guys. I don't want to listen to this stuff anymore. So keep your mouth shut. That's what I want to say tonight. And it starts with those looks, doesn't it? The looks. And I always use this from Auntie Brenda and Cousin Glenda. Yeah. The looks, when you tell them you want to be an artist or a creative, or you want to make greetings cards, or you want to be a sculptor, that look, the look that says you're never going to make any money from that. And then you get the comments, perhaps you should get yourself a little proper job on the side so that at least you've got some money coming in, love, because you'll not make a lot of money from that. I hate that. And it goes on, and it's happened to me, and I've heard it. I hate it. Stop saying it. It's none of your business. If I said to you, I want to be a doctor, you'd give me none of those looks, but you'd be okay with me working an 80-hour week and almost killing myself and never getting time off, would you? Because that's what happens if you're going to be a doctor. So what's wrong with being an artist or a creative? The second thing I hate, and that all creatives that I speak to hate, is the expectation of mates rates. People want something for nothing when you're a creative. They wouldn't dream of asking anybody else to undervalue themselves by negotiating a cheaper price for their products. But as soon as they know you're an artist, they want to knock your price down. and they want mates rates. They want you to work for hours for peanuts. That has to stop. Okay, I hate it. We all hate it. It's not just me. I'm not just on a rant. We all hate it. Stop doing it. There's no mates rates. You don't go into Tesco's and ask them if they'll sell you beans for 10p instead of 30p. No, you don't, because it's just not done. So don't do it to creatives. All right, we hate it. The third thing that I really hate, and like, let me know if this is you as well, when people come and have a look at your work. So you've just put like 30 hours into this amazing piece that you've done. It could be a painting, it could be a collage, a sculpture, whatever it is. And somebody stands there and they go, "What is it?" Yeah, that. I really hate that. What is it? Don't just move those people out of the way. We don't want them looking at our work, and we don't really care what they think about it, do they? Because they don't get it, and those are not your people. So never take offense at them, but they do that. Then you've got the people who think it's okay for them to criticize. You've done this painting and it's in impressionist style, so it's not a picture of a banana and an apple that look really perfect. Maybe it's in cubist style, maybe it's influenced by somebody else, and they go, "Well, it doesn't really look like this, does it?" No recognition of how long it's taken you to do, the work that's gone into it, the fact that you're finding your own style, because people don't get it. The normies don't get it. The non-creatives don't get that your brain is different, that you think differently, that you are sharing your version of the world, your understanding of the world, and that's okay. That's what all of the great artists have done, and they've brought change through their medium. But the people who don't get it should not be allowed to have an opinion. I hate that. So don't do that. And then there's I knew someone once who was an artist and they were really poor, or I know someone who does crafting and she doesn't make any money from it. So you shouldn't think about doing that for a business. You should do something different to that. Maybe sell body shop, maybe that person. That's the other thing that I hate. All of these things are happening all of the time to creative women out there. Yeah. And that is chipping away at self-worth. And this is why most of the creative women I come across struggle to price themselves effectively, to have confidence in their products or their services or what it is they're doing, to follow. Hi, Kirsty. It's very windswept, my hair. To have absolute confidence that their idea is a good one because of these people that have these opinions, and these things are forced on us. Now, you don't get this if you're not a creative. If you were to start up, if you were to say, right, okay, I'm going to start up a body shop business, you would not have this queue of people that are going to critique you because it's a well-known product and, lots of people sell it. So therefore it must be okay. It's when you step out there to do something very different that people are very keen to offer up their opinions. So what I want you to know if you're watching tonight is that if you've experienced any or all of the above, because I have, most of the creative women that I come across have, then firstly, you're not alone. This is normal. And I can't compare it to anything because unless you're a creative and you're experiencing this, you don't know what it's like. It can be very demoralizing. It can be disastrous for your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And I want you to have the assurance and the confidence that these people do not matter. This is why I hate it, because I hate these comments. I hate these things that happen to creative women, because what it does, it sends this ripple out there, a message that it's okay for you to have an opinion about somebody else's life choices, somebody else's business choices, and somebody else's talent without actually knowing what it's like to have that talent. And imagine if someone had said that to Picasso, or if someone had said that to Van Gogh, in fact, they did. Van Gogh didn't make any money during his lifetime. He had no confidence. He had mental health issues. He chopped his paintings up. He really struggled. And he's one of the most famous artists ever on the planet for the wonderful work that he did. But during his lifetime, he experienced nothing but serious self-worth issues. He was not supported by the majority of people around him. And his work is now revered. How sad is that? Stop having an opinion, non-creatives, and allow the creatives to go out there and actually produce their version of and their understanding of what they see and what they feel on this planet. Van Gogh created some amazing images of what he saw and what he felt while he was on this planet. And I would not like to be without those images now. So do not think it's your right, normies, if you're non-creative and you've said any of these things or done any of these things. If you know anybody that's said or done any of these things, tell them off. Tell them to keep their mouth shut. That's what we're doing tonight. The hashtag keep your mouth shut. Stop critiquing, stop having an opinion, and stop knocking my self-confidence, because I could be the next Van Gogh. That's what I want you to say, guys. That's what I want you to say. So have the confidence to put your work out there. So on the little ticker at the bottom there, I've got The Life I Won available on pre-order now. I've done that as a reminder for myself to just not forget to mention that my book has been re-edited and republished with a new publisher, and it's on pre-order now. There's a link in the comments, and it launches on the 28th of February. And that's a piece of work that I was really scared to put out. It was a piece of work that I didn't know whether I should write, because I didn't know whether people would judge me, whether people would critique me. And again, it's one of those things, isn't it? Imagine if we all held ourselves back from doing things that we're capable of doing, from using our creative talent, whether it be words, whether it be paintings, whatever it be, because of fear of these people that are queued up with their opinions and their criticisms. So yes, it's a piece of work that I didn't know whether I'd actually get out into the ether, and it is out there. If you click on the link, you can listen to me reading the first 2 chapters of that book, then decide whether you want to buy it or not. But it is one of 3 books, and there are 2 more follow-up stories to come when I get the time to write them. So what else is happening? This is happening. If I listen to the critics, and if I allowed the people who have these opinions to hold me back in life, I would never have taken such a massive gamble and moved to Scotland and bought this house and started renovating it. So I'm literally now, what day is it? Tuesday. It's so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's 1 week and 3 days to my first guests arriving. And the house is not decorated. There's still no bathroom on the top floor. There's still a sink needs fitting on the bathroom on the first floor, which is the ensuite for the Van Gogh room. There are no carpets in the guest rooms yet. Still got handles to put on doors. There are still fire doors to hang. And then I've got to get all of that stuff that's currently in my dining room up to the top floor to dress the rooms. And I've got a feeling in my gut that I will be doing that next Thursday and Friday. So I'll probably be working through the night or up early Friday morning, getting the rooms ready for my guests come in. But you know what? I'll get it done. And there are people out there that will be saying to me, you were really silly to do that, Mandy. Why have you done that? Why have you spent double the amount it originally planned to do this in this house? Why? And I say the same to them. It's irrelevant. Whether it's a painting, whether it's a sculpture, or whether it's a big old bank with 7 bedrooms that you're renovating, have the confidence, creative lady, to go out there and do what you do. Do it with your head held high, your shoulders back, and don't listen to any of the critics. That's why I wanted to do this live this week, because I've been talking about it, because we've talked about it in my group calls, because we've talked about it with other people. I don't want you to listen to the critics, because what you hold yourself back from is greatness. And what's the worst that can happen? If I hadn't published my book, people wouldn't have read it. I've got 5-star reviews. It's changed people's lives. You know, that wouldn't have happened if I had listened to some of the people that were advising me against doing this. I would not have this amazing house where I can host guests and do retreats. So I don't want you to hold yourselves back from doing anything. I've got a 5-day challenge coming up again in April. So if you're watching now and you did the last one and you weren't ready and you want to do it again, there's another chance to do it in April. I want you in there because I want you to be following your dreams and thinking big and not listening to the naysayers in society that create this normal of how we are supposed to behave when people critique us regularly, when they tell us that we're not good enough, or they tell us, they look at our work and they don't get it. These people are irrelevant. They're not your people. So find your people. Your people have crazy hair and step ladders behind them when they're doing lives and they're renovating houses that have cost way too much money. These are your people. These are the creative people on the planet that you need to surround yourself with. So tonight was more of a chat, I suppose, and a rant for all these women that have been suffered at the hands of all of these things that I've heard said to me and to others. And I'm ready to do the hashtag keep your mouth shut. Don't speak if you can't say anything nice. So we are amazing creative geniuses, and we just need to keep doing what we're doing, because where would the world be if we didn't do that? Anyway, next Tuesday night will be the Tuesday before my first guests. I might be less stressed then. I might not have step ladders in my room, and I might be ready to tell you I love my people. Yes, so do I, Kirsty. I might be ready to tell you some good news and that things are happening around me that should be happening, and I might not be stressing about Paddy the plumber, Darren the decorator, Paul the plasterer, and things might be coming together and they might not. We may be on a roller coaster next week of last minute, making beds 10 minutes before my guests arrive. So if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. I'm okay with that. Won't be the first time. So have a wonderful week, guys. I will see you next Tuesday with an update, hopefully a positive one. And remember this, you are amazing. I'll be COVID-free by then. Yay. You are amazing. You are talented. You are a creative genius. Auntie Brenda, Cousin Glenda, they can do one. They've got no right to criticize you. You're amazing. And if you are struggling with your self-esteem, get yourself into my next challenge. Have a listen to the first 2 chapters of my book. Do something to shore that up and give yourself the confidence that you have everything that you need and that you are okay. I'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place, hopefully without step ladders. Bye for now, guys.